On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
Welcome back to Hero Squad. And before we jump in, this is something that I would like to be on the audio podcast and everything. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been leaving comments, and in particular people who have actually been leaving comments about rules and whatnot, because there are rules, like I said before, I'm not very familiar with this system, and there are things like concentration checks that you guys have brought up, and there's a couple of other things that you guys pointed out. And I just want to say thank you for pointing those things out, because that has helped me to understand the rules more. Yes. And so I just want to encourage y'all, if you are familiar with the rules and I use a rule incorrectly, there's been a lot of people who have just been very constructive in their criticism and their feedback, and that's been really helpful. So please keep doing that, and I thank you for that. Beyond that, I guess let's go ahead and jump in, yeah?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. So we last left off the Bard sisters and Rhaegar infiltrating a mercenary encampment, and some hilarity ensued while they were there. But ultimately, they were able to walk away with some information.
And elf boy pictures.
And elf boy pictures.
And
allegedly.
a new sport.
That's right.
And a new sport.
Got a new sport. That's right.
I forgot about that
sport.
I forgot
How
about
could you
that.
forget?
And they seemingly were able to escape just fine. So now we find ourselves, I believe you left and you went to go meet up with the rest of the shifters and Atlas and Hex. So that's where you guys are now.
Okay. So we're all together again?
Yeah, you are all together. You have met back up with the group. Perhaps you would like to discuss what you discovered.
Sure.
And
Question.
we'll move from there.
What
Yes.
has Atlas and Hex been doing this entire time?
Didn't they knock over a tree?
Well, yeah, we definitely did that.
Yeah.
It was
While
definitely
you were
mostly
waiting.
me. I definitely mostly contributed to that.
Mostly you.
Why would you just destroy a tree like that?
That was our plan?
That was the distraction.
But wasn't it a bad, didn't it not help with the distraction?
No, it did.
It definitely
did.
helped.
Okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. I don't know.
Have you been put under a spell?
No,
I feel like
not yet.
you've been charmed.
Only by your dastardly good looks.
I believe you taught Hex how to play like rock, paper, scissors or something.
Yes, I taught him how to play rock, paper, scissors. I think we spent a long time basically holding still for a very long time for
Yes.
no reason.
Yes.
And then we were just walking around aimlessly trying to find the shifters again. Hex knew exactly what to do. I just never asked.
Yep.
Yeah. So I see you guys again. Oh, hey!
Hey, what's up, buddy?
You're alive!
Yep.
Wouldn't we be?
The thing never went off.
Well, that was like in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Well, I just assumed.
We know how to handle a situation.
All right, good.
We invented a new sport.
Oh, gosh.
Is that
Not
what you guys
this
were doing?
Again.
Yes.
Teach me it.
Oh, we will. Do you know where there are any squirrels?
They're everywhere here.
know.
More specifically, you need a squirrel corpse and a cliff.
Was that squirrel dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Those were all corpses.
Oh.
They made us throw corpses off the cliff.
I thought he was just a really good team player.
No.
Doesn't come back though.
Atlas just stares at you after you talk about throwing corpses off a cliff.
Look, you missed a lot. Clearly you missed a lot. There's a campment of people just killing animals randomly and then just throwing them off cliffs. Not sure why yet. That was just something that they were told to do.
They were really quick to just start tossing corpses into a pit, though, I will say.
Well,
We had to play the part.
First thing I did was I said, I'm going to go gamble with those guys. These two said, point us to the corpses.
I mean, to be fair, it sounds
would
like
say
you
the
were into
phrasing is
kicking
different.
the corpses as well off the cliff.
Just a
You were
corpse, though.
you were very animated once we started kicking them, though. You came over and you also kicked them
I did.
just as much. So you can't really put blame on us.
But
We were given a job by the mercenaries guys to do that. We were playing the part.
Speaking of which, are our friends around? Our shifter friends?
A couple of them. Yes.
While we were in the encampment, there was a fellow shifter there by the name of Claw. I'm not sure. Have you heard of this person before?
What, so you think we all know each other or something?
I mean, I was just curious.
No, I don't know.
Racist.
Okay. I know.
I had to.
I'm going to be outside.
We're already outside.
I have
We're already
embarrassed
outside.
myself, and now I must go.
I'm going to go find a hot spring.
Claw, one of the corpses you threw off the edge.
No,
No,
Claw
no.
is it looks like a right-hand man to the head of Merc
He was
that there.
Pentar's friend.
Who's Pentar?
He's not a centaur.
No, we
Oh.
learned that.
Yeah.
I bet you could figure that one out pretty quickly.
What, that he's not a centaur?
Yeah, just by looking at him.
Well, yeah. But I was saying, it rhymes with centaur. Your mind was there.
You haven't seen
I
him
knew
yet,
it.
so it needs to be explained for you.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
But, okay, so this mercenary camp obviously is run by Pentar.
Okay.
Head cheese there.
Head cheese.
His right-hand man's name is Claw. Really dastardly looking shifter. We don't
But
really
he's
know
got
yet.
a scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a nice looking scar.
What else you got for me? What
I
else?
found a note.
Ooh. From who? About what?
Somebody named V.
V.
Share
Vicky?
this with us?
Okay.
Valerie?
Okay.
What does the note say?
It says Pentar. After our last meeting,
Rhaegar,
I believe you now understand the severity.
Rhaegar, can you
Of
just hand
the-
it to me? Just make this easier on yourself.
I can share it with you guys so you don't have to pass that thing around.
It's too late, I have it.
Okay.
Pentar, after our last meeting, I believe you now understand the severity of the situation. Our benefactor does not accept anything less of perfection, and your lack of faith in recent weeks has become quite disturbing. We hope that you have learned from your mistake and that we won't have to make more drastic measures again. We certainly wouldn't want anything to happen to Irulin, now would we? That's a name.
I would not have been able to say that word.
I'm still going. Increase the attacks on the farmers and ranchers. My sources tell me that they are becoming agitated. Soon, they'll do the work for you, and the shifters and the centaurs will be We haven't encountered any centaurs yet.
Maybe
The centaurs will
Pentar
be-
is a centaur.
The centaurs will be driven from the
Half centaur.
Whisperwood by the locals. You may be able to convince them to pay you to do it. I know your kind can't pass up an easy payday, so we will indulge you in this if you choose to pursue it. As long as you maintain the searches and alert us to the when the artifact is found, you may keep whatever you find. Do not fail us.
What's the artifact?
We don't know that yet. Obviously, we have to find out what it is.
can you share that note with the rest of us now?
Sure.
I want to reread that because I was too busy laughing.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't stop laughing at this. Rick, I love your character.
So
Rhaegar keeps surprising me, and I love it.
from the sounds of that note, whoever this was, V. whatever, was hiring these people to stir up stuff and
Cause trouble.
cause trouble
Disturbances, yes, that's what it seems
and
like.
to also dig up an artifact.
Yes. Presumably an artifact of great power.
To the shifters around us, was it Dawn that's around us?
And Cliff.
Do you guys happen to know of any artifacts that are in these woods that they might be after?
There is the Whispering Rock, but that's not so much an artifact.
Does it whisper?
Yes. That's why they call this the Whispering Woods.
Because
It's
of the
far
Whispering
north,
Rock.
north of the Centaurs.
So all the whispers are coming from this one rock?
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear them from here?
I can.
Okay, so you still hear them.
Faintly from time to time, yes. That's the nature of these woods.
At what point does a whisper not become a whisper anymore? Because it seems like if this rock's that far away, they're probably speaking at full volume if you can hear it.
I don't know how to respond.
Just don't.
Don't worry
Just
about
It's
it.
just whispers.
ignore.
Sometimes I just say things.
I mean,
That I've gotten used to.
I would like to understand how whispers are traveling from this distance as well.
Thank you. Okay, so it's not just me.
It's carried by the
It's-
wind.
But you do
Whispers don't do that.
you do recognize that magic exists, right?
Sure.
Right.
So it's magic whispers.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure you have a spell.
This is Dawn just kind of being like, we've had conversations already. You guys aren't this dumb, but all of a sudden...
Atlas, you claim that your powers come from the stars.
Yes.
So whispers can be carried.
Yeah, but I've never experienced whispers that are carried like that.
Yeah, but you experience magic from the stars, so it goes hand in hand.
Listen, is it just a world where literally anything weird that happens, I'm not supposed to react weirdly to it? Is that what you're telling me now?
We live in a world of magic. I would say yes.
I just feel like there's other, like, you didn't... I feel like you didn't question the lightning
star,
rail.
yeah.
You didn't question, like, any of the other stuff, but, like, the whispers...
We do have a magic robot friend who's been chopping down trees.
Another great example.
Hex is amazing. Look at him.
But
maybe
then
he
again,
could do whispers.
Then again, this is just me as the DM. Then again, these are all things that you have been physically exposed to, and you have not heard these whispers yet. So maybe that's why.
Maybe
you just
Atlas
question
just
everybody.
cannot whisper.
Maybe Atlas just literally does not trust anyone.
Atlas is a very
anything.
skeptical guy, so when people say, "Oh, I hear this whisper that you can't hear," who's to say they're not just making these things up?
I also want to learn everything as well.
That's true, yeah.
Should we perhaps leave this place and go back to camp?
Yes.
Well, considering this place seems to be covered in corpses, I want to get as far away from this as possible.
They're just animal corpses, though.
Okay.
I mean,
I sort of like pat Dawn on the shoulder, like, and we're like, let's just move. They'll follow eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we go back.
You head back to the Shifter Village.
Yeah.
Right, the little encampment. Again, it takes you a little while. I think last time we said it was a couple hours away, right? Not that far, but, far enough. So you make your way back to camp. Hersham's still there, seems to be doing just fine. All the other shifters are there. They're curious about what you found, what happened,
Yeah.
We
'cause it does
relay the
affect them.
information again.
All right. Frost, the elder, she kind of, comes forward. She's like, well, this is very troubling, but I do appreciate you finding out this information. I still don't understand why they are doing this. And obviously, they're looking for this artifact, and they're trying to pin this on us, but what have we done?
I think you're just what they would call a convenient scapegoat.
Yeah.
The humans already hate
We're
you,
used to that.
so they just figure, they want a reason.
Indeed.
well, your clan has been here for a while, has it not?
We move, but we have been in this place for some time.
In your entire time you've been here, have you not, or have you heard or been aware of any type of like magical source or artifact?
Just the Whispering Rock. Everyone in the Whispering Woods knows of the rock.
So, this whispering rock, what does it whisper to you?
Different things to different people. As you approach the rock, I've never truly been there. It's more north of the Centaurs' territory. We don't cross their paths. We have a good relationship with them, so we let them have their space and we have ours. So it's more in their territory. But from what I know, it twists the mind. It appears, whatever it is that you hear, perhaps it comes from another plane, perhaps it is some sort of demon. I do not know. I know that it is not something that I would like to expose myself or any of my clan to. That's for certain.
If the Whispering Rock was taken away, what would happen?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But it has been there as long as I've heard tell, so...
Is it a large rock? Could it be easily taken away?
No, it's massive.
Like a small mountain massive?
Like a boulder that could not be moved.
A boulder that could not. What if you took a part of the Whispering Rock?
I've never heard of anyone trying to do such a thing.
Okay.
I believe they'd be driven mad before they got the chance.
Interesting. Last question. What if you were already mad? Could they send somebody who was already mad to take said rock or a piece of said rock? Would it drive them more mad?
Or sane?
You are now asking me to speculate on something ridiculous.
Look, these people, they're looking for an artifact, and I'm saying if this is that artifact, maybe we gotta start looking at the crazy people within their group who are interested in trying to maybe get a piece of this rock. I don't know.
I would not put it past... I will say this. I will not put it past the people who are doing what they're doing to us and to the people of Askelios to try and do something that ridiculous.
Okay.
If they believed it would bring them power.
I too think the people of the Skelios are ridiculous. I just think it should be said.
She kind of looked at you like, yeah. Yeah.
+1 relationship with the shifters.
With Frost.
She'll remember that.
Frost will remember that, yes.
So our next step, I guess, is what do we do in terms of do we go find the Whispering Rock or do we take care of the mercenaries first?
Well, I'm saying we know that they're after an artifact, but we don't even know if that's the artifact.
We don't? We could go back and ask them.
Know that there's the camp there that is trying to pin something on you guys. We also know that they are the reason that all the animals have been disappearing around here.
Yes.
Kamyo Ruli's son, where's he at? What's his name again?
Hersham. He's here.
Hersham,
he's
the boy child.
The boy child.
He's not really a boy child. He's like
a
20.
man.
He's
Look,
a boy
he's
child.
a boy and a child. I think I'm with you. At first, I thought it was weird, but I understand you're differentiating. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy, and also the child of Kamyo Ruli. It is the boy child of Kamyo Ruli.
Also, 20 is a child in elven years.
If you called him the man child, that would sound just rude.
So what did you want to ask, boy child?
I would like to ask Hersham if we could, with the information we've gathered, we have the note. We have proof that these mercenaries want to pit the town against the shifters.
You hear from, like, deep in a tent in the village, I'm over here.
Hersham!
You gotta go to him. He's got a broken leg.
What?
Hold on, buddy.
I walk to the tent.
Okay.
And I pull it open.
Hey.
Do you mind if I scoop you up and bring you out to talk to everybody?
You don't have to scoop him. We're all right here with you.
Did you follow me?
Yes.
Jeez, you guys are very quiet.
You're like mid-scooping him up.
Okay.
Put the boy child down.
I'm going to put you back down now, buddy.
Please don't scoop me.
I'm very gentle.
Look, I do
If you want to be gentle, you got to roll for gentle.
Okay.
No, you don't. No, you do not scoop. Don't scoop. Please don't scoop.
This also reminds me of Arrested Development.
So scoop me, dragon.
Hersham, yeah.
Okay. Hersham, do you think that we could... I don't know if you heard us talking out there.
No, I was all the way over here.
Okay,
then I heard my name faintly in the distance.
Turns out that these mercenaries, they're trying to stir up animosity between the shifters and the people of Skelios.
That explains a lot.
They think that it'll be easier if the people of Skelios just wipe out the shifters. That'll make it so much more convenient for the mercenaries to find an artifact.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we have a note actually proving this. So if we were to maybe take you back, or maybe just go back on our own, back to Skelios, and present them with this evidence, do you think they'd buy it?
Maybe.
I feel like we would need Hersham there with us. We would need you there. If I were to tell your father, I came out, I met some shifters, I found this note, and you aren't there, he would never believe us.
That
you
is a
are the
valid
one
point.
who will convince them.
No, that's fair. I guess we can try and get back as soon as possible.
You know what? Hex is a very big, strong robot man. I bet you we can create some kind of a... Do we have baby Bjorns? Is that a thing that exists?
It's called a papoose.
A papoose. And put you inside of this papoose and have Hex carry you back with us.
Or we could just get a wagon or something a little bit easier.
I don't see any horses around here that could just tow a wagon.
No, you guys were too busy kicking them off the cliffs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of them have been put into the ground at this point.
But I just 2 seconds, like out of character, out of game, everything like that. I totally figured that at some point you guys would be like, yeah, let's get Hex to carry Hersham out. I did not think that you would be like, let's put him in a baby Bjorn.
I want you to be comfortable.
I just want to say, like, these are the moments that I live for as a DM when I can kind of predict what you're gonna do, but the way that you do it, throws me through a loop.
So you already have a good relationship with the guy that made your Where's your sock?
My sock. I did give away the sock, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's the guy
Wait.
that can make us a baby Bjorn.
Will he make me another sock?
I mean, I do believe that I can also make us something. I mean, I've made all of Christina's and my outfits as well.
Why didn't you make him his sock then?
He didn't ask.
That's true. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know if hats translate to badgerfoot socks.
I mean, if you have a pattern, it's...
I hope that you're not offended.
You couldn't. I mean, you could offend me. I won't say that, but I'm not offended right now.
You're basically like, I wouldn't possibly ever care enough about your opinion for you to offend me. That's what you're saying. Okay, so you guys... Who are you going to ask to make a baby Bjorn?
I said I can sew one.
You want to sew a baby Bjorn? All
Yeah,
right.
I take off my cloak.
Oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that.
I have
we have
30.
plenty of
All right.
cloth lying around that you could use.
Cool.
Says Frost. All right, so then if you're going to craft that, you probably need to roll something
I
for that.
probably should roll
Yeah.
something that's
I don't
crafty.
know what
do you
you would
roll?
do to roll.
I don't, let's see, what do we got?
That's an interesting one. Survival, maybe.
I'll just say roll a d20.
I'm gonna. What I was gonna say is roll a survival roll because
that's a good one. Yeah.
that would be if you're out in the wilderness and you're trying to make a thing really quickly, a makeshift something. That would
And
be a
this is
survival roll.
literally to help Hersham survive.
Yeah.
Our trip. So I feel like that's fair.
Well, survival is just like it's like I'd be putting up a tent, I'd be making a fire, like that's the kind of stuff. So this I would say would fall in basic skills, and also because literally all you're doing is you're taking a piece of cloth and trying to make a sling out of it. I don't think it's the kind of thing that you have to necessarily craft to make. So I'd say just roll a survival roll.
A survival?
Yeah.
Not bad.
19 plus 1, so
Plus one,
20.
20. All right. So you very quickly take some
I
random
want that to
pieces
be
of
a one
cloth.
so bad.
I know, right?
Why do you want Hersham
And
to
so
suffer?
what's great about it is like not only are you able to create this really nice baby Bjorn, but
Is it frontsies or backsies?
It's backsies.
backsies.
Okay. Frontsies would be cuter.
It would be, but I feel like that might be a little rude.
Front seats, that would be adorable.
We can turn it around.
with his
Whatever
leg,
Hersham
with
and
his
Hex
leg in a
agree to.
splint, it just would be. I think it makes more sense for it to be in the back. But
It does.
Back. It also matches Hex's outfit. That's what you were able to do. You were able to somehow find a way. You got
I
the
made it
little,
fancy.
the little patterning and everything like that. Like it actually
Hex
goes.
Does
very
Hex
well.
have a cape?
No.
Okay.
Is now.
No.
It,
Hex
he
has
does
like
now.
Hex has,
Hersham is
Hex has
is
kind of
the
like a
cape.
tight sash, but like not like it's more like it's very tight sash. So it's
Do
not
we
like he has, like,
even
a
know what Hex looks like besides being
As a matter of fact, I
Yes.
had to draw a really quick sketch of Hex because it was the first time that we actually used him in combat. And so, yeah, a good description would be nice because I need to draw.
So
him.
yeah, his armor / skin, same thing, is black. It's dark.
I didn't know.
He has. I'm fairly certain I gave a description.
I knew that he had pink glowing eyes.
He has pink glowing eyes. He's wearing sort of like if you think of like Shaolin monk clothing, right? It's like the orange type things, like the kind of flowy pants, sash across the chest. It has kind of intricate design work on it, like inlays and whatnot. That's like a darker orange, so it's kind of like a bright Goku orange and then a darker orange. And then he is barefoot, but he has armored feet.
Okay.
And then again, Warforged hands are kind of like this. They have 2 big digits and 1
So he's
thumb.
a digigrade.
Yes,
Like Ninja Turtles.
like Ninja Turtles. Yes. And that's pretty much it. And then the sword, you never see the sword until he pulls out the sword.
Right.
He always pulls it
Out of his arm.
Out of his arm.
And then he's got hats.
And he's wearing hats.
Well, he's wearing a hat right now. He's got the
He's
pork
got 2
pie.
hats.
He's got 2 hats.
He's got 2
Oh.
hats. He's got a little hat underneath the big hat.
Oh, that's right.
But those apparently will be rotating.
Yeah.
Depending on who
Thank
gives
you.
him more
I
hats.
think I missed the part where you described him.
Yeah.
And so I've always just been kind of picturing him as a World of Warcraft like rock golem.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I legitimately, if anyone is trying to get an image in their head of what a Warforged looks like, Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist is a
okay.
Warforged.
Okay.
At the end of the day, he's a Warforged. So yeah. Okay, so that's what Hex looks like. He's now got a sash. And basically, so Frost, kind of turns to you. She's like, if you would like, you can stay in the village as long as you need to recuperate or rest or whatever before you leave. As far as the time of day now, you could likely make it back to Askelios as darkness is rolling in, or you could stay here, leave in the morning, whatever it is that you would like to do.
How pressing do you guys feel this matter is?
I mean, we did leave Perrin.
Yeah, didn't we tell him we were going to be gone like less than a day?
We said maybe a couple of days.
Didn't we?
Look, Perrin is drunk a lot and probably won't remember the
We
things
said
that
a
we
day
said.
looking for a hot springs.
But guys, we haven't found a hot springs.
Well, we can let Perrin know that a lot of
Wait, what if we tell him
tell
that
tales.
there is one, but it's at the Whispering Rock and we can't get to it?
I mean, that is also a valid point. I'm actually proud of you, Rhaegar.
But
Thank you.
we don't know that there's a hot springs at the Whisper Rock.
we don't. But
But don't we?
Did you
What-
wink?
What did you just do with your eye? What is he doing with his eye?
It's a drowsy eye. He's tired.
please never do that again.
I think he's trying to lie.
Got it. There's a hot spring right here.
Then you wink.
It's
Don't.
I can't.
he
He doesn't have eyelids.
You know what? That's a good first try.
Is that what? Never mind.
We're going to teach this robot how to lie.
Yeah.
And we're going to teach
I'm
me
not a-
how to read.
He's not
a
really a robot.
I have a soul.
You saying robots don't? Jeez.
Well, it's an automaton. So, what are you guys doing?
I think that we should stay the night here.
How
rest
late
up.
is it?
He said that if we were to leave right now, we would get into Askelios just as night was setting.
If we're lucky.
yeah. Let's
because
wait till morning.
what if something happens? What if something goes wrong with Hersham's leg and we have to stop? And before we know it, we're besieged by, I don't know, 10 werebadgers.
What's left in this force? Everything's dead. You kicked it all off of cliffs.
They were dead when we found them.
I don't know. Part of me thinks that we need to get back to continue to do this whole thing if we are going to assist in this process as quick as possible.
I say we sleep tonight, rest up real good. Well, some of us will sleep.
One of us will sleep.
Well, I don't know. The shifters are probably Hersham's going to sleep
Hersham.
for sure.
Hersham will sleep, I guess. Two of us.
And that way we can set off first thing in the morning. We'll get back to Askelios with plenty of time. We don't need to worry about being trapped in the woods overnight. What if those mercenaries stop us in the middle of the night? That would be bad news.
I'm not really worried about anything fronting to us in the middle of the night that wouldn't potentially front to us during the middle of the day either.
I say we
That
take a
is not
vote.
true.
I vote we sleep here in this amazing shifter village, take advantage of their amazing hospitality,
He just wants more
and
What
set
was
off
it? Milk.
first thing in the
Fermented
morning.
boar's milk.
I agree. More fermented boar's milk.
Thank you. It's surprisingly good.
I mean, you can take some with you if you like.
Yeah,
No, but the company is fantastic.
exactly. What say
You're
you,
a
Christina?
charmer.
Well, I'm hanging with Brittany, so
We've got 3 for drinking goat milk.
All right, fine. We'll stick around.
Enjoy yourself, Atlas. Relax.
Boar's milk.
So, should I put Hersham down?
Wait, Atlas gets a vote too. Atlas, what would you like to do? Atlas, wait.
What are you doing?
Hex.
You're
Hex.
already drinking. Put the boar's milk down.
You can't take this away from me.
Well, I don't need to rest, so it means nothing to me. And I can see in the dark, so that means nothing to me. So, honestly, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
This guy's the best.
Hex is just like an armored elf.
In that case, you're outvoted 3-1.
That's fine.
All
We
right.
can stick around.
Do you want some boar's milk?
Sure.
Okay.
Hex, you may put Hersham back here. Let me
All
help
right.
you.
Okay. So, you help You help Hex to put Hersham down safely. Hersham seems a little just kind of jarred with everything that's happened, mostly because someone came into his tent and immediately started picking him, scooping him up
Gently.
gently. But
Well, he didn't roll for it.
he didn't roll for gentle, so he just kind of scooped.
No scooping.
I offered to roll for gentle. I think I just have to put that out there.
After the fact. You started scooping, then you're like, I can roll for gentle. Cut that one out of context. Okay. So
I can roll for gentle,
I-
but that's going to be excellent.
It's our next shirt.
That's it's an extra 50 cents. So
only 50 cents.
it's Red Dead Redemption money.
Yeah.
So okay. So I assume y'all want to retire to a tent or whatever.
Sure.
Okay. The only person who has to actually sleep is you
And Hersham.
and Hersham, but yeah. But then so y'all have to meditate.
Yep.
It's just gonna do a thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
Are we getting attacked during the night?
You might be. That's what happens when you sleep.
Are we sleeping like together in the same tent? Are we?
Yes.
We are?
Yeah, it's a big tent,
A scandalo.
but you're near each other.
Okay. I wake up in the middle of the night screaming. Just FYI.
I cast sleep on Ash.
I don't think that's something that you can just say that you do, honestly.
No?
Do you have night terrors?
Do you have control over your dreams?
No, I don't have control over
Yeah.
my dreams, but I have dreams.
Okay, so what I would say then is roll a d20.
Okay. 8.
All right, you wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
Can I cast sleep on Ash?
Well, first, what do you want to
Why?
do waking up screaming?
I'd actually like to go find, is it Frost?
Frost.
Yeah, if Frost still seems to be not sleeping.
Okay, so you wake up screaming in the middle of the night. You all hear this because you're basically
In the
awake.
same tent.
Yeah, you're meditating, but you're essentially awake. So do you want to react to the
Yes, I
screaming
cast
man?
sleep. On,
Oh, you immediately cast
Oh
sleep.
yeah, because I am trying to get my meditation on.
Okay, so you don't even ask. How
Okay,
he's
I
doing
will.
No,
or
I
anything?
just cast sleep.
Okay. I think you need to roll.
What do I need
Hold
to...
on.
If you want to resist it, you would need to roll
Hold on, let me look up sleep.
a check. I love that you cast spells on your teammates more than on anything else.
The spell set sends creatures into a magical slumber.
I'm not a
Roll
creature.
5.
You're a
You
creature.
are a
You're
creature.
definitely
You're
a creature.
human.
creature. You're
Hold on, I have
humanoid,
to
but you're a
roll.
creature.
I have to roll 5 d8s.
Doesn't it... Most of these spells say something like non-player or non-human creatures or non...
No, you can cast sleep
No,
on
you're
people.
a creature.
You can cast sleep on
I
people.
can cast
Yeah,
sleep
what
on-
happens if we fight humans?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm rolling 5 d8.
What's the
The total is how many hit points of creatures.
Yeah,
this
but he
spell-
has
No,
to.
my question is what's the
the spell
The
save.
save.
The save.
Starting with the creature, the lowest current hit points. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious.
No, at the top, it's your
Would it be like
charisma.
constitution?
What,
charisma?
It'd probably be,
doesn't
it would
say.
probably be
It'd be at the
charisma
top,
because
12.
it's the
That's what it says.
At the very top? No, on your character sheet.
But that's my spell save. That's not Ash's.
Right. Like, what does Ash have to roll to save?
right.
Yeah, I think it's...
I don't think he does.
Sleep first.
No,
level,
he does.
first
Oh my
level
God.
classes,
You can't just put people to sleep.
I'm
and
doing it. Your
It
spell
doesn't say
save.
on this spell.
See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe look in the book. Can you pass me the PHB?
Yeah, come on, you. It's too big.
the PHB.
It's a PHB. It's proper terminology.
The probably helpful book. Probably.
It just says roll 5d8.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
think
what
So
I'm gonna
literally,
do.
can nothing?
That seems like kind of
that-
bull.
well, that's
If
my-
nothing can resist it.
That's my thing. Is and I don't think that's true whatsoever.
Something has to resist
All
it.
right,
So that's
I'm looking it up. It says there is no save for it based
Okay.
on current hit points of a creature from lowest to highest. If you get bad rolls, if the creature has higher HP, you aren't going to
So
do it.
basically, you have to do as much sleep damage as he has hit points. If you want to knock him out.
Okay, so basically,
But-
you're knocking him out. You're
but-
taking down his. Okay.
But you're not. You don't do damage. It's just
Right,
like,
right,
you
right,
have
right.
to
Sleep
do that
points.
much.
Okay, so
That's
you have to
ridiculous.
You have to roll that many
So roll-
above my HP.
Well, Ash, you have some high HP.
Your
don't you?
HP's
I
high.
have the highest HP of the group.
What's your HP?
31.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Even with 8, or what is it? 8 d8s?
5d8.
5
She's
d8s?
got to roll very high.
That would be.
I have to roll very
All right, let's see what
high.
happens. This will
for
be
it.
interesting.
I can also cast it as a second level.
Do you want to use that? Like,
I mean, yes.
would you wouldn't be able to recharge that before we
just
set
go
out.
ahead and let this roll out, and we'll see how it goes.
Fair enough.
Okay. Will you allow me to cast it as a second level?
If you want to.
Yes, I do.
This is your.
I need another D8. I'm stealing one of yours.
What is it? Is it 78?
I tried to wake up screaming
No,
and
not
I
8,
end up
6.
getting questioned by
5,
everyone.
7.
She wants to fucking put me to sleep, and it's like, what? Now just let her do her
Wow.
thing.
16.
Well, you
24.
tried to have control over yourself in an unconscious
25,
state, which is not something that
30,
anyone can do.
35.
She is
Oh,
trying
you're
to do.
sleeping. You're sleeping, dude.
All right.
Yeah. So basically, you wake up screaming, and then Anna immediately, or Brittany is just like, nope, and immediately casts you right back to sleep. So here's what happens: is you just kind of go like, right back out, back out.
Poor Ash. She just wants to
Sorry,
roleplay a little bit.
Yeah.
Next time.
Okay,
Get your own
Probably
room.
not.
I just, once again, the things that y'all choose to do really blow my mind. Okay, so
I'm sorry, Ash.
a few hours later,
Yeah.
you hear some rustling about outside. You might not. You might still be
I'm probably
unconscious.
I'm probably dead.
You're not dead. It has a limit.
No, like legitimately, if anyone like shakes you, you'll wake up.
Yeah.
Which is also the hilarious part about that because like
It lasts 1 minute.
yeah. But she knocked you back asleep,
Yeah.
so you'd have to have another night terror to wake up.
Keep rolling for night terror.
So a couple hours later, you hear some rustling and whatnot outside. Clearly, there's a lot of commotion going on. Hex kind of leans his head out side the tent and kind of like looks back in. We need to move.
Oh.
Something's happening.
I'm
You're asleep. Something's happening outside.
What is it, Hex?
I think that there's potentially there could be someone attacking the village. a
I
lot of-
gather my weapons.
Yep, I grab my daggers.
Where's Hersham?
Hersham's in a different tent.
Probably with Dawn.
What?
What?
That's right.
Are you
Or in,
sensing there's
or in the
something
one where they
between the
keep
two of them?
the medical stuff.
There's definitely something between.
That's been confirmed.
Confirmed romance.
Confirmed. So what do y'all do? You grabbed your
I
weapons.
go.
You said.
We grab our weapons.
I would like.
Does anyone wake up the sleeping baby?
Yeah. I shake Atlas.
Atlas! Hey, buddy.
I hope you wake up
you immediately scream
screaming
again?
again.
Yeah.
This isn't a nightmare. This is real life.
Ah. Okay.
Hex says there's somebody outside.
Okay. Who?
I don't know. Bad
Here,
guys, probably.
grab your shield.
Okay.
All right. So you
And
step
your-
out,
Hammer.
Hammer.
and what you first thought was possibly the glow of the fire in the center of the village is actually what appears to be many torches all around the encampment.
Oh shit! Is the
Those-
town coming to attack?
There are, you can see several figures kind of standing all around. Seems to pretty much be surrounding the encampment.
These assholes.
So, you snuck into our camp. Real nice of you to lead us right back here. You know, it's funny, we've been looking for this place for quite some time, but we couldn't quite find it. But all we needed were a couple of dumb elves to try and sneak into our camp and just to follow the trail home. What's up?
Question. Since you do that same accent for a lot of them, is this Rick's gambling friend?
This is not the same accent. This is a different accent.
Okay.
Because
They all get a little
the
muddled.
voice for the other guys was more like this.
Okay.
Right?
They kind of get a little muddled after a while.
Yeah, well, hey, guess what? I don't have a bajillion voices.
No,
but I
it's
gotta play a
also been
bajillion
2
characters.
weeks. I just wanted to clarify.
I will let you know if you need to know who the character is.
I just wanted to know
Or
if
if
you
you know who it
recognized
was.
him.
No, you don't recognize
I think you're doing a
the
fine
voice.
job.
You don't recognize the voice.
Hashtag don't kill me.
I'm just...
I lean over to Rager. Rager, I think they followed you here.
What gave it away?
It was the sock.
We must return the sock to its master.
Oh my god. I hope I get to kill one of these guys and get my sock back. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You can all leave. Except for the shifters and the boy. They stay here. But you're free to go.
Question. Are you the jerks that have been like killing all the things in the forest?
Yes?
Can I ask why?
No?
Okay. Can I ask you to then just get out of the forest? Because you sort of seem like jerks.
Could someone shoot him?
roll a dex save.
Whoa.
You got it. This would be good. That's going to be an 8.
Anna, will you look at what I rolled?
Oh, that's right. You have negative dex?
I do.
Good
I have
luck.
a -1.
Yeah, that's a natural 20.
That's a natty twin.
Whoa.
So, out of the woods, an arrow soars right at you and lands right between where your armor is. And
Right in your heart.
yeah, it's like right here, right in the collarbone.
Why did you say that like you were so happy for it to happen?
Right in your heart. Right in your heart. Right in your. I did not say that like
it's
I
been
was.
against me this entire
She
session.
kind of has.
True.
I'm beginning to doubt your intentions.
My intentions are
and you
pure.
take 8 damage.
All right.
Oof.
Now, does anyone else have anything to say?
Yeah, you jerks.
Another arrow. So roll another save.
Oh my god.
It's going to be 12.
You take another 3 damage.
All right.
When
Where does
another
it hit
arrow hits you in the other shoulder. All right. I'm not even going to give you another chance to be an idiot. You can either leave or you will burn with the rest of them. That is your option. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Out of character. How many are there?
You can at least see a dozen.
And the main person that's talking to us, what is this person?
You can see them. They're all kind of back far enough away from the camp to where you can't really clearly see them. But the one who is yelling at you,
Like how? What's the range?
30,
Like how far away are they?
40 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, are they're humanoid, right?
Yes.
Okay, but I can't tell like specifically who they are.
No, I mean you could, with your elven eyes, you could probably make the assumption that this is Pentar,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because you would have seen him in camp, right? You saw him in camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Charm Person on Pentar.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
And I was wrong last time. It's actually a Wisdom saving throw.
While she's doing this, I'm gonna get up close to Atlas, and I'm gonna basically touch him. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. So I'm just gonna lay my hand on top of your shoulder, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Just trying to do Cure
Okay.
Wounds.
So what's the difficulty of the save?
So it's spell save DC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to beat a 12 plus your Wisdom.
12 plus wisdom. He beats it. Nice try, Bard.
It was a good try.
So
it's
you should
charisma.
also make a dex saving throw.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
What is that?
17, not bad.
17 plus.
All right.
Hold on, my dex is.
Dex is good, right?
My dex is good. Plus 3, so 20.
An arrow flies right past you and just kind of clips a little bit of your hair and then hits the wall right next to you.
I healed Ash for 8.
Okay.
For 8.
All right. So this is beginning to try my patience. Light it up! And so the torches all touch the ground and flames start to spread into the village. Tents are on fire. People are running. You can hear Hersham screaming from his tent.
He's fine.
He is screaming, "Help! Someone help! Oh my God, help!
Get the papoose!
No. Hex has already rushed over and picked up Hersham and is, getting him ready to go. And Hex just sort of looks at you, Atlas, doesn't say anything, just looks at you and starts running.
Okay.
And that's it. What are you guys going to do?
Where's the water?
The water?
Yeah, is there a water source nearby?
I mean, they have like buckets and things of water, but there's no readily available source. I mean, it would be
This
it would
is like
be- it
a
would be
fire
distance.
that we cannot
The
put
fire's
out,
coming from
basically.
all directions?
Pretty much. It's mostly to like say the north of you. Okay. There are other people with torches around you and whatnot, but it seems to be concentrated in front of you. Clearly there are spaces, like you could get past it right now because it's the start of a fire, but it's growing.
Yeah.
The shifters are, obviously like kind of screaming and crying and gathering everything that they can, but they've all started to flee as well.
Yeah, I guess I just yell, "Everyone get out of here. We have to fight this fire."
Do we want to fight the fire and fight them? Do we want to leave? That's my
I
first-
don't think that we're going to be able to beat this fire. I think that we need
we need to leave.
get everybody to group up and get out. Like we need to be cool about fire safety.
Okay.
All right. We need to everybody group up.
Everybody group up. We're going to head out into the woods away from the fire.
So the shifters are all pretty much gone. They started running almost immediately.
They're good.
You can actually see, though, however, that a few of them did not make it. Cliff is...
No!
Cliff clearly has 3 or 4 arrows in him, in his back as he was clearly running away. Frost is actually kind of resting against a tree, and you can see that she's been hit sort of in the side. Dawn is nowhere to be seen, or any of the other shifters.
Are any of them still breathing? Can we go check?
Well, I mean, we're getting
now.
attacked.
You can go check now if you want.
I would like to check in
you
on
are surrounded by people. All right, you're going to run over to check Cliff?
Yeah.
Okay. He's dead.
I'm going to go check Frost.
Okay. Frost is breathing pretty poorly. I mean, she is not doing well.
Frost, what can I do for you? Can I get you out of here?
I don't think I'm going to make it. You need to run.
No, Frost. Hang on. We can still make it.
You can. I won't.
And she sort of reaches out to you, and she hands you like a little kind of like a pouch kind of thing. And she just sort of says,
"Look to the stars, and you'll find your answers.
I take it.
It is where you come from, and it's where you will be."
And then she dies.
Oh.
I grab Christina. We must go now.
Well, yeah. Yeah, no, we got to go.
Let's go. And then I run over to Atlas and I was like, don't let her sacrifice be in vain. We have to go now. And I grab.
Question for the DM. So we were asleep for a few hours, I would imagine.
Yeah.
How close is it to dawn?
2-3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, light's not quite breaking through yet, but you are at that moment where, like, you know, just before the dawn.
Okay.
Right? Darkest before the dawn.
All right. I grab Atlas. Get your boots ready.
We're both grabbing
Grab
Atlas.
Hersham.
Yeah, no, Hex already,
Oh, no.
you already left.
Yeah,
Hex
Hex
already did
already
that.
got Hersham.
I keep getting them confused.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Hex.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Hex left.
Hex left? Okay.
So yeah, I'm sort of speechless, but being led by Brittany.
So as you guys are running through the forest in the dead of night, the elves clearly can see fairly well. You can't, so you're definitely being led.
I've got my hand on him.
And Hex is out in front of you, but you can see him making a beeline, and you're following him, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Behind you, you continue to see this fire kind of grow and grow and grow as it burns down the village behind you, the smoke rising into the sky. As you make it out of the forest, the sky is red with smoke. It's obviously very hazy. You can see that it is growing and growing throughout the Whispering Wood. So you kind of make it out into the field, and you can see before you the way that you'll need to go to get to Askelios.
We do still have the communicators.
But wasn't that for the shifters?
Exactly. So once we get to Askelios and we explain everything that's happened, we can contact the shifters and let them know whether or not it's safe to come to Askelios, and we can plan our...
Do you think they'll want to hear from us after what just happened?
Well, it's not a communication device. It's more of just an alert.
Well, it's a one way from what I understand, right?
It's a one way and it makes it buzz. So if we're in trouble, we click on it and they would feel the vibration.
Right. But I still think they would understand that
Right.
message.
Right.
They'll understand that we're alive.
Right.
They'll understand that we're probably made it back to town.
Right.
Yeah. Or they'll understand beam me up, because that's what I assume it is.
Well, we just found out. Well, we didn't. You knew out of character. You're from the stars?
Well,
So Frost said.
You weren't there.
you weren't.
I know. I said out of character. I know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means. So
That could mean anything.
Could just be crazy talk from a dying woman.
yeah.
Yeah. She was the lore keeper after all, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume we're just going back to Askelios.
Head back to Askelios.
Yeah.
Sort of broken and defeated.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
looking fabulous.
Yeah. So
I'm not looking so hot. I'm going to be real.
So as you kind of make it further towards Askelios, you actually see that the fire seems to have died down.
From the village?
No, yeah, from the village, you look back towards the forest, and it's as if the the fire was quenched. Somehow, the forest is no longer burning. The smoke is still up in the sky, obviously, because of the after effects. But it appears like the fire stopped.
That's super strange. How would they have put out the fire that quickly?
Is it raining?
It is not raining.
No, I think it's like maybe like a magic fire.
Like a fake fire, like an illusion.
Do you think the artifact is actually in the shifter camp, and that's why they've been trying to chase them out?
Well, what would that have been? I assumed that the shifters would have known about that and they would have told us.
Well, they didn't. So maybe they knew, and they've just been trying to get them out of that area.
How far have we made it from the camp?
From the shifter camp?
Yes.
I mean, you're hours away now. So you're close to town now.
Okay.
It would take you another, day to go back there, basically, half day.
Yeah. There's nothing we can do for that right now. We should just be thankful that the fire has stopped.
But that does leave questions about why it stopped.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
But
I feel like we may have made several bad choices.
I
Don't
agree.
we
As I
this.
say, with arrows sticking out of my collarbones.
What do you mean, don't we this?
I just wanted to sass you, honestly, Rhaegar.
Good job on your charm spell, by the way.
Oh, he's got a point.
You don't know you were being shot with arrows.
You weren't so charming yourself, buddy.
I'm just going to say, I feel like the last straw might have been that unsuccessful charm spell. Might have been.
And I will carry that guilt with me for eternity.
Okay.
I just want to say I'm pretty sure they were going to set the village on fire regardless.
I'm sure.
Is this Hersham?
No, this is
Hex.
Hex.
I don't think any of you are to blame for what happened.
Well, I appreciate that, Hex.
I do
Also-
feel a little guilty in leading them back, though. I
Hex-
thought we were very clear or good at covering our tracks.
Hex, why do you think the village is no longer on fire?
I imagine that the mercenaries didn't intend for the fire to get out of control, so they controlled it.
Why do you think that they didn't want it to get out? Were they trying to save something in the village?
I feel like you're asking questions that we don't. We only have.
I can only speculate, but
Yeah.
I would assume that because they're in the forest, that's where their camp is, that they wouldn't want to burn their camp down.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, there might be something in that village that we didn't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't think that Hex would know that.
Right, but
No.
there's
But
there's still nothing.
nothing.
There's nothing we can do about that right now. We must press forward and continue what we were going to do, which is get Hersham back.
Yeah.
We can focus on going back to the village later.
I agree. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I would like to get home.
Oh yeah.
So, so you make it back to the village.
You comfy, Hersham, in that, baby Bjorn?
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Are you hungry? Do you need some more milk?
Just a little rewind. Have you been feeding him the milk the whole time?
Maybe. I need to make
So
sure he's
Hersham's
well.
super drunk now. I'm feel great. I'm feel great.
That's not wise to feed him all that alcohol, especially if we need him to be convincing.
No. We got to sober him up real quick.
No
more.
Do you have a spell to sober
Listen,
up drunk guys?
he's a boy child. The boy childs need milk to grow strong.
I think that he's as grown as he's going to get.
Really?
I think that's as big as they come.
Really?
I think so.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about human growth
Look,
rates.
Atlas is not obviously a good comparison.
We should add
Very tall
Atlas.
boy.
I mean,
Yeah,
Will this boy child grow any larger?
probably not. Oh, so that's a man.
that's a man?
Yeah.
He's not a boy?
No.
Oh.
He's not much younger than me, actually.
So you are a boy child as well?
So you make it back to
Yes.
town with Hersham and a baby Bjorn. I assume you take him back to his dad's place pretty quickly? Yeah.
I knock.
Oh, who's there?
Only the guy who saved your son.
The door swings open.
My silver, please.
He looks past you and sees Hersham and starts to cry. Thank you so much for bringing me my son.
I believe that you said 2 silver.
Here's your money, you heartless.
Thank you.
You should go say hello to your son.
He immediately, after handing you the money, he pushes you aside and runs over.
Beautiful.
To where his son
I would
is.
like to cast, right? Not cast, but I would like to use my stealth. I would like to roll stealth, see to his house and steal from him.
Good God.
I said I was going to do this when I first met him, and I'm going to do it.
All right.
2 silver, really? I save his son for
So
2
you're
silver?
gonna
Can
roll
you at least wait until after we get the important information?
In the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
That was a 1.
No, that was a 7.
Okay.
It's a 12.
Yeah, so you try and
Garl
move
Glitter,
around
Gold's
him
name.
to sneak into his house. He closes the door behind him
Okay.
and kind of looks you in the eye and runs over to his son.
Okay.
You do not sneak into his home.
Can I sneak around the side?
Unless you
and look
want to
for-
press your luck.
Can I sneak around the side and look for a window?
Sure, you can try.
All right.
How sober is Hersham right now?
How sober is
Yeah.
Hersham? He's drunk as a skunk.
14.
Okay.
A 14. All right, you make it around the house, and you, as you're about to go into this window, you do notice that there are several guards who have a clear sight line at you.
Okay.
And are looking roughly in your direction, a little kind of confused.
Okay.
Can I roll to see if I notice Rhaegar doing this?
Can I just say that I notice him doing it with my passive
you
perception?
do see him doing this. Yes,
Can I just scream out to him, "Hey, Rhaegar, what you doing?"
I think you just did.
Just testing the security of this place, making sure that we're leaving our friend Hersham in a place that he can be safe from those maniacs who just burned down that village.
Cool.
The mercenaries, you mean?
The maniacs.
Yeah, the mercenaries that you mean.
Oh, yo, are you trying to imply that it wasn't the shifters? What are you? Yes, the mercenaries. What can I not
Yes.
call the mercenaries maniacs?
No, you can, but I would think you need to be specific on who were the bad people in the forest.
What are you talking about?
We found this note, and Hersham's a little. He can't explain it as much as he would like to.
Hey, Dad.
A day ago,
Dad.
We need him to relax to heal
Dad.
his wounds.
I'm in love, Dad. I'm in love.
what was the dad's name? I'm sorry.
Camille.
Camille Ruley.
That is the weirdest name in the world.
I agree.
Commule?
Camille. Kamiel. Camille.
Camille, your suspicions about the shifters are completely false. The things that were killing everything in
That's true, but whatever.
Why would
Do you
we
know that there is a campment of mercenaries out there that are actually slaughtering animals and livestock?
Mercenaries.
They've
Yeah.
actually been coming into this town and killing your livestock.
We have a note
we were there?
that says they are killing your livestock and trying to pin it on the shifters.
Look, I don't care who's doing it. My son's home. You got some problem with some people in the woods or whatever, you go take that to someone else. I just care about my son and my farm.
You won't have a farm. Don't you understand? These mercenaries aren't going to stop once they wipe out the shifters.
What do you think I'm going to do about it?
I don't know, maybe with your power and that of the shifters combined, you actually stand a chance against these mercenaries.
What power you think I've got? I'm a cattle farmer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just hear I'm a coward?
My God.
I think whatever it is you've got a problem with, you should probably take to the mayor.
Who's the mayor?
God, I
Not
hope the mayor's not you.
me.
Thank God.
Now, giant robot automaton man, I would kindly ask you to put my crazy son inside because apparently he thinks he's in love or something, but I think he's drunk as a skunk. What did you feed my son?
Well, he's both, sir. He's definitely drunk as a skunk off of boar's milk that's been fermented in some sort of way. Oh, so he's totally in love, and it's very sweet. Oh, so I'm shot, so I'm going to go to, like, the inn and rest for a little bit.
Who are you?
I'm Atlas.
Right.
I don't think you should lift your arm up like that. It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So, Camille goes back inside. Hex follows behind him and takes Hersham in with him, and then comes back outside.
Goodbye,
I
boy
think
child.
that could have gone better.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot better.
Good try, though.
This guy is the worst. Are you kidding me?
He's very, curt.
Angry.
He's angry. We saved his son. He told me he was going to give me the money. That's why I want to make sure that, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would follow through with a deal like that. I wanted to make sure I
Rhaegar.
was going to get paid.
Rhaegar, take my hand. Dear, you have to let him go. He is not worth your time. We can convince other good people.
Fair enough.
Did we get the note back from him?
No, we
never gave it to
We
him.
never gave it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to the inn.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the inn.
Okay. When you make it to the inn,
Yeah.
you remember. Oh, let me find her name. I gotta get the
Helga.
Was it Helga?
it wasn't
Helga.
It wasn't quite Helga. It was
Helga.
Helga.
Okay, I wrote it down
call,
as
yeah.
Helga, though.
So Helga sees you like, oh, welcome back, love. So, your friends, they left, but they left a note for you. I was told to give it to you
What?
as soon as you get here.
Oh.
So here you go. Hands you a note. Okay, so you go out. Perhaps I should end this to one of you then. Sorry about that, love.
That's right.
Here's a pint. It'll make you feel right as rain.
Ooh, thank you.
Do you have a straw?
I got this.
We've got straw. We got straw out back for the horses. I don't know what you mean by a straw. So the note itself, clearly from it's from Perrin and Lordrum.
Okay.
Lordrum clearly wrote it because it's very nicely written.
Please read it in his voice.
In Lordrum's voice. I don't have it written down, so it's just going to be off the cuff. But we had to leave immediately. We were able to acquire travel. We have left enough money behind in order to pay for your travel wherever it is that you need to go. If you would like to meet up with us, we will be in Stormholm. You are more than welcome to come and stay with us at one of our many establishments. Perrin has paid so that you can stay here in the town for several days if you need to. You're welcome to leave and go wherever you need. We have gone ahead and made arrangements so you can either head to Stormholm or to Fairhaven, wherever it is you must go. We're sorry that we had to leave so swiftly.
Love.
And that's basically it. And then there is like at the
Love,
bottom,
there's a little heart.
there's a little at the bottom in different handwriting clearly. Love, Perrin. You guys are great. I can't wait to see you again. OMG, please come play at our, and then like you can see like it scribbles kind of off the edge of the paper. So he didn't quite know what he was doing, but you know.
Cool.
Is there any services we can get for Ash or Atlas?
Yeah. So, there is or Helga herself says, I can help you out there, love. And she comes out and she's got kind of like some like bandages and like clean water and stuff like that. And she just kind of comes over and just immediately starts helping you. She's just like bandaging you up.
Thank you so much. God.
So, you know, it's what we do around here, love.
So obviously, those guys are still out in the woods.
Yes.
They've gotten what they want. Is there even reason to stay here?
I mean, we could go back and try and undo what we've done.
We didn't do anything, technically.
Look, I feel like we might have an obligation to try to right what we have done wrong. We have meddled in affairs that are not ours. Sure, I'll take fault. It sort of started with me. I wanted to find this kid Herschel, but
Herschel.
you know,
Hersham with an M. It's fine.
that's what I said. Look, I don't read so good. So, I feel like these shifters, their camp wouldn't be burned down right now if it weren't for us.
I do feel somewhat responsible, but I have to get to Stormholm as soon as possible. I do wish that I could stay and help with this problem, but
You have your
I
business.
have my mission that I have to.
What if we could at least find some commonality between the people of Askelios and the shifters so that we know that once we leave here, they can find some peace and work together to combat the mercenaries?
I don't think the shifters are going to stay after they've lost their village and obviously a number of their people. I don't think they're going to stay in this forest anymore.
Well, perhaps we should relay the information to the mayor.
I'm down for that. I think at least the guards or the mayor, we should inform them of who the true enemy is instead of the shifters.
They might
And perhaps, as we were thinking, tap our little thing.
Did you just do it?
Sure.
So, you do this, and as soon as you do, the little dragonfly thing pops off of your chest and flies out the window, off into the distance of the towards the forest.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, you're not getting that back.
Damn. So let's find that mayor. Does anyone know the mayor of this town? Hey, Helga, who's the mayor?
Oh, mayor lives right over there, love. Just head on down the street, second on the left. You'll find him.
Second on the left. Thank
It's
you.
the big house.
The big one.
Name. What's his name?
His
Their
name?
name. Their name.
His name?
She knows his name.
Horsehilja knows his
What's
name.
this? Some kind of a test?
Staven.
Staven.
Staven what?
Staven
Craven.
Crumbus.
Crumbus. The mayor.
Mayor Crumbus is our favorite mayor. He's been here ever since last December.
Skilios.
All right.
So just to speed us through this part, because I know we're kind of going a little bit over for what the episode probably was. You go and you relay the information to the mayor. They're very receptive to what you say. They're not like Kamyel. They actually seem to be like very
Cool.
This is not a surprise to them necessarily.
Kind of wish it was his son that got kidnapped.
Right?
Mayors,
Crumbus Jr.
little Crumbus.
Sweet boy.
It's just
So-
a Crumbus
Sweet
still.
boy child.
So
still just a crumb.
they do clearly seem to be receptive to it, and they're aware of the situation.
Beautiful. Okay.
Good.
I sort of relay to them as well that, like, I did a thing that may mean that some shifters may show up in town.
Right. And as you guys kind of return back to the inn, I assume, to rest before you potentially lead out or whatever, right as you're kind of about to go to bed, Atlas, a dragonfly flies into your window. It
Oh,
looks different than the one that you had before.
okay.
It sort of rests on a little stand next to you.
So I pick it up and, I don't know, like, put it back on.
Yeah,
my
and
foot.
as you kind of press it to yourself, you sort of get this like image in your head of Dawn,
Okay.
and she's safe.
Okay,
And that's
great.
it. That's all you got.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Rick here. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Hero Squad Under the Dragon Shadow. And if you guys did, maybe consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com/stumpgamers, like all these amazing people have. Your guys' help directly contributes to us creating new series like Uranium Chef, Hero Squad, and so much more to come in the future. So if you guys can, click that link down below. Thanks for your support, guys. We'll see you next time.